Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Noah. I am so happy you are here today. Every week we talk about real life, real feelings, real stories. Today is a very special episode. I have my good friend here. Her name is Emmy. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Noah. Hi, everyone. I am happy to be here, but I am also a little nervous. Today I will talk about something very personal. It is not easy, but I think it is important.
Thank you, Emmy. I know this is not easy for you, and I think many people listening right now will understand your story. Today, Emmy and I will talk about toxic relationships. What is a toxic relationship? It is a relationship that makes you feel bad. It makes you feel sad, scared, tired, or small. Emmy was in a toxic relationship and she got out. Emmy, are you ready to start?
Yes, I am ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. When did you meet him? What was it like at first?
I met him about 3 years ago. At the beginning, everything was good. He was kind. He was funny. He gave me a lot of attention. I felt very happy. I thought, wow, this is it. This is real love.
That sounds really nice. What happened next?
Slowly, things changed. It was not fast. It was very slow, like one small thing every week. First, he said, I don't like that shirt. Can you wear something else? I said, okay. I thought, it's just a shirt, no problem. Then he said, I don't like your friend. Can you see her less? I said, okay again. Then it was, why did you go out without telling me? And then, why are you talking to that person?
Every time you said okay?
Every time, because I loved him and I wanted to make him happy. But now I understand. I was not making him happy. I was just disappearing, slowly, piece by piece.
Disappearing. That is a very strong word, Emmy.
Yes, that is the right word. I was losing myself, but I did not see it at that time.
So, when did you start to think, wait, something is wrong here?
There was one moment. I remember it very clearly. I was at a coffee shop with my friends. We were laughing and talking, and then my phone buzzed. It was him. He asked, where are you? Who are you with? Why didn't you tell me? And suddenly, I felt scared, not excited to talk to him. Scared.
Scared of your own boyfriend.
Yes, that was the moment I thought, this is not right. You should not feel scared of the person you love. You should feel safe.
That's such an important point. Safety. You should feel safe with your partner. Emmy, for people listening, what are the signs? How do you know if a relationship is toxic?
Okay, I will say some signs, and if you hear your own story, please listen carefully. Sign number 1. You always say sorry first, even when it is not your fault. Sign number 2. You feel scared to say your opinion. You think, if I say this, he will be angry. Sign number 3. You stop seeing your friends and family because he does not like them, or because you're too tired to explain. Sign number 4. You check your phone all the time. You wait for his messages, and if he does not reply, you feel very anxious. You think, what did I do wrong? Sign number 5. You feel tired, not because of work, but because of the relationship. It takes all your energy.
Wow, 5 signs. And I think for a lot of people, they will recognize at least one of those.
Maybe more than one. And that is okay. Recognizing the sign is the first step.
Let me ask you something. How is a toxic relationship different from just a hard relationship? All relationships have problems, right?
Yes, that is true. All relationships have problems. That is normal. But in a healthy relationship, both people work together. Both people try, both people grow. In a toxic relationship, only one person is always trying. Only one person always says sorry. Only one person always changes. And that person loses themselves in the process. When I looked back, I could see that I smiled less. I talked less. I stopped trusting myself. I was not me anymore. The real Emmy was gone.
Emmy, I want to ask about something that many people feel. Even when you knew the relationship was bad, why did you stay?
That is such a hard question, but it is so important. I stayed because I was afraid. Not afraid of him? Well, sometimes yes, but mostly I was afraid of being alone. I thought, if I leave, I will have nobody. I will be lonely. I cannot be okay by myself. Also, I was afraid of what people would say. My family liked him. My friends said, "Oh, you two are so cute together." I did not want to disappoint them. And I still loved him. Even when things were bad, I loved him. That is confusing, right? You can love someone and still be in a bad situation.
That is very human, Emmy. Love does not disappear just because something is wrong.
Exactly. And that is why it is so hard to leave. Because it is not just walking away from a bad situation. You are walking away from someone you love, someone you had good memories with.
So, what kept you there the longest? Was it love, fear, or something else?
I think it was hope. I kept thinking, maybe tomorrow will be different. Maybe he will change. Maybe if I just try harder. I gave him so many second chances, and third chances, and fourth chances. But here is what I learned. You cannot change someone who does not want to change. You can only change yourself.
And then one day, something changed inside you. You made the decision to leave. What happened? Was there one big moment?
No big fight, no big moment. Actually, it was a very quiet night. I was sitting alone in my room. He was not there, and I asked myself a question. If my life stays exactly like this for 5 more years, who will I be? I could not answer. I tried to imagine my future, and I could not see myself there. I could not see a happy Emmy. I could not see a healthy Emmy. And that silence, that empty answer, was louder than anything he ever said to me.
The empty answer was louder than anything. Emmy, that is beautiful and heartbreaking.
Yes, both things at the same time.
So, what did you do after that night?
The next morning, I called you. Noah, do you remember that phone call?
I remember. You were crying, but you sounded clear. Like you had made up your mind already.
I had. I was scared. But I was clear. And that combination, scared but clear, that was what gave me the strength to move. I did not leave perfectly. It took me 2 more weeks. There were moments I almost went back, but I kept that question in my head. Who will I be if I stay? And I could not answer it. So I had to leave.
Was the actual conversation ending things? Was that hard?
Very hard. He cried. He said things. He apologized for the first time in months. He promised to change. And a part of me wanted to believe him. That part of me almost said, "Okay, let's try again." But I remembered all the other times he promised, all the other apologies, and nothing changed. So I said, "I believe you're sorry, but sorry is not enough this time. I need to go." And I left.
After you left, what were the first few weeks like?
Honestly, hard. Very hard. I cried a lot. I felt lonely. Some nights I missed him so much that I almost called him. I kept asking myself, did I make the right decision?
How did you get through those moments?
I I wrote in a journal every day. I wrote my feelings, even the ugly ones. I also started seeing a therapist, a professional who helps with mental health. That was one of the best decisions I ever made, and I let my friends come back into my life. I called people I had not talked to in months. Most of them were just happy to hear from me. No questions, no judgment, just, we missed you. We're here.
That must have felt so good.
It felt like coming home. And then slowly, I started to feel better. I slept better. I ate better. I laughed more. I started doing things I loved again. Painting, going for walks, reading books. Little by little, I found myself again.
The real Emmy came back.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, she came back. She was a little different, a little stronger, but she was back. And one day, maybe 2 months after I left, I woke up in the morning. I made coffee. I opened my window. The sun was coming in, and I realized I am not scared today. I am just okay. That feeling, just being okay, with no fear, that was the most beautiful feeling I had felt in years.
How would you describe that feeling in one sentence?
Peace is not having everything. Peace is having no fear.
I want to write that down. Everyone listening, please remember that. Peace is not having everything. Peace is having no fear. Emmy, last question. If someone is listening right now and they are in a bad relationship, what do you want to say to them?
I want to say a few things. Please listen. First, you're not crazy. Your feelings are real. Your pain is real. You do not need to explain it or prove it to anyone. Second, it is okay to be scared. I was very scared too. Scared and brave can exist at the same time. Third, you are not alone. There are people who want to help you. A friend, a family member, a therapist. Someone is there. You just need to reach out. Fourth, leaving does not mean you failed. Love is not a competition. You did not lose. You chose yourself. And that is one of the strongest things a person can do. And the last thing, this is the most important. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to feel okay. Every single day. Not just sometimes. Every day.
Every day. Yes. Emmy, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for sharing this today.
Thank you for listening, Noah, and thank you, everyone. I hope my story helps at least one person out there.
That's all for today, everyone. This was a big episode. Take your time, listen again if you want. If you need help, please talk to someone. You are not alone. We will put some helpful links in the description below. Thank you for being here. See you next week. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Bye, everyone. You've got this.